All right, welcome to Sunday Night Showdown. Here with my good pal I haven't casted with in eons, it seems, Ron Mexico. How you doing tonight, Ron?
Hey, how's it going, Saku? Happy to be here. We got some fun legacy action for you all tonight.
Do we
And
ever?
yeah, this is the first time I've joined a cast with you in a little while. Feels good to be back on the whole casting thing with you, buddy.
Reunited and it feels so good. See? Got my singing going on, dude.
I think you were singing last time we were
I
casting
was.
together too.
Being
That's
consistent,
good
bro.
stuff.
Being consistent.
All right, so we are kicking off tonight for you guys with gold legacy action, and it is a battle between Nebkanuk and Canoe. Nebkanuk of Defias Brotherhood and Canoe of Do You Even Tonk. And they came into this match, both teams at 3-2, both teams at 81 points, but Defias has been taking it to the Tonk gang, and it is 16-6 right
Oh,
now. No matter what the outcome tonight, Defias Brotherhood will take the victory on the week, but Canoe has a chance, a crucial chance, to pick up some big points for Do You Even Tonk to get them closer into that playoff conversation, while Defias is sitting pretty right now with quite a bit of points. I think may have just worked their way into the lead overall in Legacy for points per week.
yeah, certainly looking like that. I mean, I know Defias is kind of the last couple of seasons have kind of been just on the cusp of you know getting into the playoffs, but then kind of tiptoe their way out the door after that. But they seem to be, with Wild Nine heading the pack is really, I guess, with a 5-1 record, he's really ripping it up this season. So and
Yeah, but
winning 3-1 versus Justin is really good.
this is looking like their season because I just double checked and they are in fact now in the lead in
Nice.
all of Legacy Gold as the top team in points per week earners. Uh, no means out of it, so it is going to be a big matchup for Canoe to try to get some extra points for them
Hmm.
as we get closer and closer to the end of this season.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the legacy season being over. I'm not having a rough one. I'm having a rough one myself, but but
Yeah, you beating up on some fools in Hero, but Legacy, that's for next season. But also on the docket for you all tonight, we have some exciting
oh yeah,
Red Conference Legacy action as well. Sharkbait has made her return to THL just for one match this season in a much highly anticipated domestic dispute battle
there we go.
against Husband Quaz. And it is going to be a Druid Paladin Priest Warrior mirror between the two of them as well. So exciting stuff to stay tuned for after this first match. But we won't dwell on that one just yet, as we'll get ourselves all geared up for this first one here.
That's right.
And some much more interesting classes. Druid Paladin Rogue Warrior seems to be kind of very common, or priest kind of factoring in between those other four classes. It's been kind of the most common lineup bring lately. But Nebkanuk and Canoe are disagreeing on what I guess is the accepted regular lineup. We've got demon hunters on both
Mm,
sides. Nebkanuk with a demon hunter druid, paladin warlock, and Canoe with a demon hunter hunter rogue warrior.
yeah,
Very spicy.
I just got the bands in just a minute ago here too. So um, you're kind of
Oh, sweet. Let's hear it.
you're gonna see Canoe's Hunter band, and you're gonna see Nebkinek's uh, Paladin band. So
Makes sense.
yeah, especially with the Demon Hunter chirping around out there, and Hunter being very aggressive. At least the ones that I've seen on ladder, it's been a very aggressive deck. So
Migo face.
yes,
Indeed.
if it doesn't go face, then you're not playing Hunter correctly. So all right,
All
so
right. Well, it sounds like the players are ready to dive into it. Should
yep,
we give them the green light?
Rumble. I'm just gonna start typing away here. So we are Neb Canuck's going to be at the bottom of your screen or first to spectate, with Canoe at the top of your screen. So
Sweet. And I wonder what the lead is from these players here. Paladin makes sense as the ban from Canoe's side to get the Paladin out of there, and then Nebcanuck banning Hunter instead of Warrior or Rogue technically could be considered stronger classes here. So maybe something Nebcanuck's lineup really doesn't want to face Hunter could speak to something like a Guardian, like Clown Druid, which wouldn't want to face Hunter as much as opposed to, a Token Druid, which would be fine with it.
Yeah, might get some version of just got added by Sharkbait, but might see some kind of version of a Clown Druid, or a what I've seen quite a bit is GA Druid. So that has a little bit of clown flavoring to it.
Making a comeback again.
Yep. All right, so we're just waiting for some
eyeballs. Of course, don't get too used to this meta with the mini set coming in real soon.
That's right. Yeah, I've set up my next week's matches, or week 8's matches already for before the patch drops. So.
There you go.
Just trying to be a little more prepared, I guess, for the following week. So. All right, so we're just waiting for more.
I see eyeballs, or one anyway.
Yep, Neb Canucks is on. I'll just message Canoe. Okay, we're walking into a Druid versus Warrior.
All right, hey, look at that. It's a Wild Growth and a Broomstick in hand for Neb Canuck. Sounds like Guardian Clown Druid to me. And on the other side, Canoe is holding what appears to be a Control Warrior, probably the OTK version, with Silas and Ash Tongue and Shield Slam being run.
Nice.
Holding a Faceless Manipulator, so probably going in on some Rattlegore strategies too. Let's see how many win cons Canoe is trying to pack into this deck. We're going to find out real soon if this deck also runs Cthulhu. And here we go. No Cthulhu. Okay. Not a million win cons, just a couple. Just Rattlegore and the Silas combo.
Yeah, no big deal, right?
Although if he's not running Ash Tongue, I'm gonna be real surprised. That is really just Rattlegore.
All right, so not too much of a
Exciting
move there.
Stuff in the opener, Druid passes, Warrior passes. We're on to turn 2. Big decisions. Do we innervate a Wild Growth? I think not. Press the button and go. And back onto Warrior's side. Button seems good. Let's all press the button. All right, on to turn 3. Ooh, but do we ever innervate it Overgrowth? Nah. Ramp into ramp. As Warrior continues to press the button, and Warrior is going to be in a lot of trouble very, very soon.
Well, what with that?
Because Druid's got a ton of mana already, and a Primordial Protector is coming down next turn. Sure. Get that weapon equipped. I see Yashiraj. Here comes Protector. Summon another 10 mana thing. Hey, look, it's another Yashiraj.
It's a golden one.
Shiny.
Yes, a shiny Yashiraj. So, if you're Canoe, you're
here as Warrior. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, Bladestorm seems a little weak right now, but and I'm sure you don't want to impale yourself on a 10/10.
I mean, you could Bladestorm and Shield Slam. You have 2 Shield Slams for the armor combo, but I don't think you're really ever winning this match. Yeah, either way, if you did a Bladestorm first or you did a Shield Slam first, it still probably works out fine. This way enables a card draw for Canoe. Takes the 6 damage, which you don't love, but and prioritize Coerce. It makes sense, actually, to hold the Bladestorms, because clowns are coming.
Right.
So the best answer to a board of clowns is Bladestorm away.
I like it.
And now if you're Neb Canuck, I mean, you're probably just going Innervate Survival Strongman, right?
Yes. That would be a suitable
Just jam that
Play.
10-10 taunt. Your opponent just played a coerce as well. Played 2 removal cards. And
Here it is.
honestly, even if this strongman doesn't stick, you're not even that upset about it. You did your crazy power spike turn that made everything in your deck stronger.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Shield Maiden draw from Canoe, holding a Brawl here as well, which is so terribly worthless at the moment.
Yeah, brawling 1 card. If you put a Shield Maiden on there, 50-50 draw, see what happens. But that's...
And you just, if you're the warrior here, you really just can't be taking 10 damage
No.
over and over, even just a single time. So it prompts an answer right now. That answer may have to be a Blade Storm. You don't love to use one of these Blade Storms early, but I don't think you're ever really winning as warrior
Oh,
against this kind of start.
so
Looking like you want some Minefield. Interesting choice. Not sure what else you're gonna do with your 4 mana, or 5 theoretically with
Rancor and then face it.
coin.
Hmm.
Tank and 5 here, just for the card draw.
Ooh.
And
There's
already down to 17 health. Found the Rattlegore. Might be one of the best ways to have any chance of winning this game. Nebkanuk's gonna guess the weight here. Yep, I would guess more on that as well. That's a 1 mana card. Hey, it is more. Draw that one too.
Go figure. Oh my goodness.
Studies looking for draw.
Arbor
Does
Up
not
might
find
be right.
draw.
Yep.
Arbor Up is probably fine.
Runic
If you're
Carving Cell.
Nebkanuk, you wish that you could take Arbor Up and Solar Eclipse.
True.
Okay, gonna play this Wild Growth. It lets you draw a little bit more. Still can play the Lake Thresher here.
There it is.
And now you don't want to play the Lake Thresher. You want to play the Twilight Runner. So rewarded for drawing and prioritizing the draw first. This card can draw you more cards. Hey, you know what I like in my card games? I like to draw cards.
Good old more cards. And we want to thank you, Quaz, there for subbing with the Prime on the Twitch, THL Twitch there.
Hey.
23 months.
Nice.
Wicked. Thank you.
All right, and out comes Blade Storm.
A lot of...
absolutely necessary
Yep.
from Canoe to deny that damage and draw. But what's this? Some clowns?
Some
After
shenanigans?
already seeing 1 Blade Storm?
Do you play it right now, or do you just play the...
I mean, it's 3 8/8s. They're not corrupted.
No.
So you don't even get them back from this Yasharaj, but pretty good.
It's like, hey man, deal with my... what is it?
And back on
damage.
Warrior, I mean, does have answers in hand to this, but this board does represent, just being dead. So obviously demands an answer right now.
You know that...
Whether it's the second Blade Storm with no answers to additional clown boards, or no realistically good answers. It could be, like a Barov Brawl. Blade Storm is probably just the best option here. Leaves you the mana to play the Corsair Cache, which guaranteed will draw the what's it called? The immune weapon. Why can't I think of the name of that one?
I'm drawing blank myself.
I don't know. It's got 1 attack and 4 durability, and when you take hits, you don't take any damage. Whatever.
Oh, the Bulwark. There we go.
Bulwark. That's the name of the card. Sometimes my brain doesn't work right. Hey, we got a Nature Studies off the top. It's another Survival of the Fittest.
Do you take it?
You could take it and play Innervate and then play it in order to corrupt things if you still had your clowns in hand. Since you don't, there's really no point in holding on to it. You could just pick it and play it. The other option is what? Play a incredibly weak Force of Nature, or pick Overgrowth and play it just for the additional card draw.
Yeah. Oh, he's going with the Lake Thresher.
Yeah, you don't have to play this Survival because this is a big minion on the board. Oh, and looks like Nebkanuk wants to now as well. So yet another threatening board. Could even innervate out the Broom
Interesting.
and
Broom take
elects
care of
to do so.
business. Yep.
Broom will kill the Shield Maiden, and this is yet another dangerous board.
Another 18 damage versus 24.
And Canoe once again with answers to the board, but does not get to develop anything else after this.
Mm-hmm. Now with Druid
Going with
being
the Brawl in hopes that the 4th relives. It does. Got rid of the most dangerous one. Gets to clear and draw now with the weapon.
oh, that's a spicy card.
I think I would have liked to see the Corsair Cache first before that weapon swing, just on the off chance that you actually drew your Bulwark, because you don't want to miss the durability on the Bulwark.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the plan was always to play something else here, so going with Talon then, and this is fine. Looked like the plan at first was to play that Corsair Cache, and gonna hold off a little bit more just to get this minion on the board. That is a dangerous one. Moonfang is going to be very hard to deal with. Unless, of course, you have something like a Silas and you can just take it.
Or
But Canoe feeling safe enough with his taunt up, and you have to imagine that this was the planned play by getting Talon down just to try to guarantee that Rattlegore can hit the board without being, completely stranded.
right.
Or dead to a lot of power. And here's more power. Druid just demonstrating why it is so favorable in this matchup. That's a 14-11 Moonfang, taking 3 damage and going down to a 14-10. And that is quite the draw from Canoe. Do we just see Ashtongue and Silas? It's hard not to take that option, even though, I mean, you're leaving up so much damage with the Strongman. You can't clear it. Yeah, so Barov probably just the much safer play here. Shield slams Zone Barov, gets the board cleared completely, gets the Scorpid down, finds a Blade Storm off the Scorpid, which is huge for another potential clown board, and Canoe kind of flipping this around a little bit.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is where Druid, if you get down to the final 2 cards and you're just trying and you don't have any way to generate cards, you're kind of crossing your fingers that you get the next draw.
Yeah, the draws have been bricking a little bit. I mean, any minion picked up here, or a guardian animals especially, and things can get just so dangerous for the warrior. But things are looking really good right now for Canoe, and setting up, a way to possibly maneuver a win here. Yeah, if we see Twilight Runner come down, this could be Ashtongue Silas take the Twilight Runner and smack the Rattlegore right into the Ashtongue as well.
I don't know. I think I would have maybe your Sarge that turn to get the 2 taunt minions out, have a bigger board, but
yeah, Nebkanak's really prioritizing this Yasharaj for, I think, more clown boards.
Yeah.
But Yasharaj is the only card that can actually corrupt the clowns, so I think this is going to wind up being a victory in a very unfavorable matchup for the Warrior. Extremely well navigated by Canoe here.
And there it goes. So, speak of the devil.
There is the clown.
One turn too late. Yep.
There's a poison minion that can clear. I mean, there's basically just no way that the Druid wins from this point. The best play you have is get 3 12/12s on the board.
Yeah. I can see. But
yeah, and just gonna get out of there. So there you have it. Game 1 going to Canoe's Warrior. And that's gotta feel good if you're on Do You Even Tonk, as that was a highly unfavorable matchup that went the other way.
Yep. Yeah, I think if you're a Neb Canuck, you're pretty happy with the burst that you had to get to 10 mana super quick, but it just, like you mentioned before, it just kind of fell flat on its face after we couldn't
One very
draw.
crucial Blade Storm of a
Yep.
stealth minion that would draw, and the fact that Neb Canuck couldn't find any additional card
Yep.
draw right at the very end there to pull out the strongest things. And now Neb Canuck is going right back to that Druid, and we're seeing the Demon Hunter from Canoe, and well, that's an Immolation Aura and an Ethereal Og Merchant and a double jump. Yeah, I don't need 3 guesses to know what Demon Hunter deck this is. That's an OTK Demon Hunter.
No, it's Death Rattle. Come on. 100%
A
what you
very
just called
fancy
it.
Death Rattle Demon
Yeah.
Hunter
Yeah.
running Fellscream Blast. Here.
That's exactly right. So it's a very complicated deck, so I'm here, but
All right, out comes the study on one
shoot.
options. You probably just want to take the Kurt, I guess. Oh, going spicy. Actually takes the Glide. I'm a bit surprised to see that, but who knows?
Well,
it could do some shenanigans.
Oh, Glide. Yes, Glide. I forgot what Glide does because I rarely ever see it, so now I'm just reading it. Interesting. Okay.
Generally, with Glide, you're looking to, of course, get it to outcast, so you use it as disruption of your opponent's hand.
Yeah.
But we will see how this pans out. A bit of a risky early strategy being pulled from Canoe. And it's going to be kind of stranded as well. Had the option to play this additional studies here, but decided to hold back. Neb Canuck, if he so chooses, could coin and innervate an Overgrowth.
Get them to 5 the next turn.
That would enable a Moonfang to come down on that 5 mana turn.
Yeah.
Your turn 6 and 7 follow-ups don't look good yet based on the hand.
Nope.
But the payoff is very real. So elects to just go for this now.
And a quick Eldrazi.
Zero hesitation from the Demon Hunter. Play that Warblades. Pass the turn. Now we're seeing a clown in hand, and this, or 2 clowns in hand, and this is the kind of start that Druid really wanted.
Right.
That probably would have won at the game last game.
Yeah.
Primordial Protector in hand for 8 mana, followed by the 10 mana card that it will draw that will corrupt the clowns when played. You can You probably would elect to play Guardian Animals on 8 mana and play Protector on 9 and follow up with Clowns on turn 11 after playing your turn 10 Survival.
Well,
and we see Canoe just ripping that Glide right now. No disruption here. Just looking to restructure the hand. And what do you know? There's a skull in outcast position. Clearly, the best move was picking that Glide.
Good old strategies that we're talking about here. So, that is a nice. So
that was just about the perfect draw.
Say, hey man, I heard you want 4 mana, a 4 mana card that gives you two more mana. Is that good?
I don't know if you even play Guardian Animals on the next turn because you've already ramped enough.
Yep.
You can play Protector right now in order to draw your 10 mana card so that you can play the 10 mana card on 10 mana and then have Corrupted Clowns that just make seemingly completely and Demon Hunter is not going to kill you fast enough. At the same time, we also see Neb Canuck is applying a lot of pressure with this Moonfang.
Oh, look at that.
Whose ability is making it seem almost completely invincible. And what's this? A strong man right off the top to get corrupted for a bigger board right now as well? Oh, don't mind if I do.
Let me throw that 6/6 on here right quick. Hold on. Shabam.
Out comes Strongman. Moonfang. There's actually a little bit of debate to hit the Thalnos because your board is so overwhelmingly strong that you don't really want to let your opponent have the spell power, and the 6 damage might not matter too much, but
Oh,
it is so significant as damage that, Neb Canuck's still just going to push it here. Canoe rips that skull and is very, very dead. So dead.
yeah.
Ludicrously dead.
Yeah, almost 30 hit points of damage dead.
Hilariously dead.
So, is he dead? Can we
I mean, this is 30 on board.
let's count. Hold
Prior
on.
to survival of the fittest.
Yeah, way to go,
Which should be
Nebkina.
another 4 times 4, so
Yeah.
46 was incoming.
Navigating that very well.
Yeah, a turn 6 skull does not really do much of anything against that board, so the druid gets through for Neb Canuck. Clown druid doing clown druid things. Really, it was ramp druid doing
Yes.
ramp druid things. And we are evened up in this series 1-1. We now see that Canoe had gone with the OTK Demon Hunter. Does he go right back to it? Neb Canuck also with Demon Hunter and Warlock. We got a Demon Hunter mirror.
Your
And
favorite,
one of
dude.
these
You like
One of
demon?
these is a death rattle. Ooh, spicy.
Oh, I like it. Yeah.
With an interesting tech too. Sigil of Silence is not one that I've commonly seen in this Demon Hunter list.
This used to be pretty popular when the season started for THL, right? The Demon Hunter one before the Il'gynoth one kind of caught fire.
Oh, you mean the death rattle list?
Death Rattle. Did I say Demon Hunter? Jesus. Yeah, Death Rattle.
I remember Death Rattle Demon Hunter being fairly popular right when the new expansion came out, because people wanted to try the new archetype that was being pushed, and didn't seem to be all that good, but got a little bit of help with the nerfs and buffs too, and it's in an okay spot.
The Inquisitor is
See,
really what makes it. So
Neb Canuck has a pretty powerful looking hand here. Getting the Razor Boar down on turn 2. If it dies, pulls the Beastmaster. Mankrik can be the follow-up on 3, and there's a coin skull for shortly afterwards after moving skull to Outcast. So this is looking solid.
what do you
I'd
think
hear
the
for
heroes?
Canoe. Oh, go ahead.
I said the heroes are identical. It was just kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, full weird heroes here. We've got, Canoe is already lining up like cards that represent lethal and just need Il'gynoth. It's crazy. This deck sometimes just goes nuts. With a little bit of discounts and a good amount more mana, there's one missing piece, and then it's just win game. And decision time for Canoe as well. Does he want to leave this Razor Boar up or kill it and possibly summon just another thing on the board? And as it happens, if this Razor Boar dies, it summons Beastmaster, and if Beastmaster dies, it summons Fishy Flyer. So, this Demon Hunter's got a lot of stickiness to the board.
Say, hey man, you smack me, I'll bring my big brother out. Obstacle face.
All right. Taking it very slow here.
Yeah, Mankrik?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canuck, yeah. Find wife. Wife good, find wife.
Boop, boop, be doop. 2 Moargs in hand.
All right, out comes a double jump, and that skull is looking very stranded. Very unfortunate hand positioning for Canoe right now. He could use another glide, honestly. This is potentially going to be one of those situations where he just has to kind of sit back and take a good amount of damage and then clear board and heal up in one big burst before trying to reload and dig for additional damage win conditions for the late stages of the game. But looking very awkward for the OTK Demon Hunter right now.
Yeah, Canoe thinking their options. Yeah, just poke and go. By the looks of it.
All right. And yeah, study's coming down now. Finds a skull. Also a philosophy, which is pretty reasonable option.
Yeah.
If I'm correct on the kind of deck this is, it runs Inquisitor as its only demon alongside of N'Zoth.
Okay.
So you're pretty happy here. And just have it ready to copy that big 8/8. I suppose you just want to play your
Your 3?
Beastmaster.
Yeah. Or you.
Alternatively, you could, you know, just hero power, hit face, and equip the weapon. Maybe you send 2 if you equip the weapon and hero power, because you might not exactly need those 4 charges. But the most efficient mana play, just get this Beastmaster out here. It's a little bit more pressure on the board. Your payoff was denied from Razorboard, but that's fine. And here we go, Canoe now lining up the answer. Has the Moarch, has a Throwglaive, and this basically clears up everything. Leaves up just the Razor Boar, which is not nearly as much of a threat anymore.
I just like the yo-yo effect of it all. So.
And was there any doubt, Saku? We were always playing Skull on 5 here.
You're right. Yeah, it wasn't even an option.
Oh, and can even coin out a Renowned Performer? Well, you don't even have to coin, because you could play Razorfen first.
True. Well, true aim.
Okay, you still probably want to play the Razorfen Beastmaster. Winds up getting a little bit punished. That was a 0 mana that got pulled for 0. And now, of course, we'll pull the Renowned Performer.
Yep.
It was awkward no matter how he did it with how that kind of lined up, but a little bit unfortunate how the cards pulled there. And back on the other end for Canoe. And yeah, I mean, all these cards, they're lethal cards, but they don't do much right here. I don't love this line that he's taking right now, but just desperate to isolate that skull to the far side to outcast in order to find some more discounts. May even want to try to lead with double jump on turn 7 just to pull the second skull and outcast it from the other side of the hand. Meanwhile, Nebkanuk with a pretty solid top deck, but can you really pass up Death Speaker? He only costs 4.
I think you gotta rip Death Speaker right now.
I guess the answer, though, is yes. We are disciplined. We will pass up the Death Speaker. And
To
we're
the
likely
face.
then just seeing hero power
Yep.
to swing the weapon into this Moarg and push 2 face. Canoe is sitting at a very... And Nebkanuk has fallen down into range of not too difficult burst. And we do in fact see the double jump, hoping for the skull, does not find it. Skull pulls a Chaos Strike, an Immolation Aura, and a Study's not bad.
Yep.
Gets to clear up the board again here. Nicely executed. Alright, now we play the Death Speaker, right? I guess we could play Studies and look for a skull, but we're playing the Death Speaker, right? Oh, okay, we're playing the
Studies first. Yep.
Alright. But now we're playing the Death Speaker, right?
Hey man, no coaching. No coaching. There we go.
Look at that. We got a sneaky delinquent in this deck.
Oh, Vectus.
And a Vectus. Oh, I like the spice. Nebkanuk with a few interesting decisions on this deck. Not the most typical list that I've seen, but um, some really solid inclusions. Oh, look at that. Canoe finds a skull just like that.
Oh,
And
his brother
gets
skull.
another skull that's
Rip that.
playable right now. Oh, wow. The Death Rattle Demon Hunter is in some serious trouble.
But
But kind of whiffed. Was really hoping to
oh
hit that
man,
Il'gynoth
yeah.
with a discount. Il'gynoth's still hanging out in the bottom 7 cards of the deck. But this is a 0 mana Arcanist and a 0 mana Og Merchant in Canu's hand. There's a lot of damage, and you can't just feel safe that you're not going to get smacked in the face by an Inquisitor on this next turn. Canu, though, not playing out anything else, taking his chances here. Would it have been lethal? 10, 12, 13, plus 8,
Yep.
21? Would have been barely off with Inquisitor. Nebconnect doesn't really have much of anything else to do, though. There aren't very attractive plays with the mana at the moment. Maybe you just play a Spectral Flyer, maybe play a Fishy, you hear a power hit face, and you equip the new True Aim. What else can you do? And he's almost won, but not just yet. And meanwhile, on the other side, if Demon Hunter top decks Il'gynoth, it's pretty much over.
My
But
goodness.
not yet.
Canoe is just trying hard to get that Il'gynoth out of the bottom of the deck. Ouch.
Now sitting at 9 health, in desperate need of healing to hang around in this game. So Arcanist getting played right now. Just going to use this other Fell Scream Blast, which is one of the 2 main win conditions here.
Okay.
Should still have enough to get there, though, with double I-Beam costing 1. And there is an Il'gynoth. Gonna need to find the other Moarg in the deck and play this 0 mana Spectral Sight.
Never stop searching.
Still haven't found it. Swinging this weapon here, probably going to play the Fell Screamer. Just the most efficient way to use the rest of your mana, and you're not in danger of dying yet.
Yep.
Bank that discount on the other Moarg that is hanging out in the deck. I believe there's another Philosophy in the bottom of the deck too. And Nebconnect does have a pretty nice power spike with N'Zoth. Little disappointing to still not have your Inquisitor. Both players drawing a bit poorly
Yep.
towards the end of this game here. Wife is still buried in Nebconnect's deck, as is those 2 Inquisitors.
Yeah, so you bring out Fishy Flyer at this moment. Just rush, bump, and then
I think you might have to flood the board because your opponent is setting up to kill you.
yeah.
You know this. They have used multiple win cons, and all they have left is, that you know of for sure in their deck, is 1 remaining I-Beam. So they've discounted a Moarg, and they've got just the 1 I-Beam and whatever that Discovered Outcast card is from Nebconnect's perspective. Leaving up 4 power probably is fine when you know you're about to die. And here comes this Chaos Strike, looking to draw the final cards. I mean, you're probably not dead next turn. You can just rip that Spectral Sight too and set up everything.
Yep.
That enables you to play the Philosophy and copy the Moargs.
Got nothing else to lose at this point, because knowing you get the final 2 cards, bottom of your deck.
I haven't wanted to bother with the math, but I'm going to need to start thinking about that now. There's 1 Moarg left in the deck. If you play your Philosophy, you can have 2 Moargs. They would cost a grand total of 2 mana because you bank discount on 1. So Il'gynoth plus a Moarg, right? That's 6 plus 7, 8 for the 2 I-Beams. 9 for an Og Merchant that costs 1. Yeah, and it for Canoe next turn. I mean, it has to be. You make your I-beams 5 damage from the 2 Og Merchants, and then you double that to 10, and you double it again to 20, and you weaponize that 20 damage. You just need targets, and your targets can be your Og Merchants. So unless Nebkanuk has a way to deal 18 additional damage from hand, and see, here's the N'Zoth, which probably just had to come down last turn to give any chance of winning, but even that, I mean, the board it summons not even close to good enough. Nebkanuk knows it. This is going to be game over. Canoe has all the cards, and here it is. We play the guy. We play the other guy. We play the guy that damages the guy and gives some spell power. We play that other guy. Play the other guy and fire off some stuff. And there it is. Game 3 going in favor of the OTK Demon Hunter. Canoe picks up the victory and is up now 2 games to 1.
Yep. All right. Well, took a little bit longer to get there, but they got there. So
we play the guys, we do the thing. We win the game.
Yep. We just have to do the math. That's all we had to do.
And Canoe is now down to his last class, which is Rogue. Rogue will need to find a victory against either the Demon Hunter or the Warlock that remains on Nebkanuk's side. Players are ready. They are jumping right into this game 4. Let's see what Nebkanuk decides. It's time for more Death Rattle Demon Hunter. Hey, there's that Inquisitor. Oh man, that would have been useful last game.
100,000%, sir.
Gonna go ahead and throw that away. And on Canoe's side, he's got an Octobot, and he's got a card that can damage the Octobot and get discounts. We like discounts.
We always like discounts, Ron.
Who doesn't like discounts?
The other player. Yeah. We're on the same page, bro.
Exactly.
Alrighty.
All right, slow start here. Intriguing that we did not see Octobot come down on the 2-mana play. Canoe wanting to maybe just hold this in conjunction with the Prize Plunderer immediately to prevent the Octobot from any chance of being killed without, triggering that frenzy effect. Nebkanuk finding a skull, very optimistically taking the skull here. Already had one outcasted, or close to outcasted. This other one's going to get stranded for a while. All right, and I am this pickup from Canoe suggests that we are playing the extra spicy version of Rogue. This is an OTK Rogue.
OTK Rogue? I've never seen it before.
It is looking to... So no wonder we haven't seen the Octobot yet. The Octobot is very important in this deck to discount some very specific things. This deck runs Scabs, it runs Potion of Illusion, and it tries to kill you with multiple Alexes. We play Alexstrasza and we copy Alexstrasza a whole bunch for a nasty combo lethal turn involving Scabs, Cutter Butter. On Nebkanuk's side, play minions. Get them.
Efficient is sufficient.
All right, out comes the Octobot now. Going along with the Broom as well to get some discounts going.
Always
And
got,
that
as
is
a rogue.
one crucial piece.
Yes.
The Potion of Illusion, very important to have discounted.
We'll cut right to the chase.
Nebkanuk has already received the tip-off with the Secret being played and the Voodoo Doctor, if he's familiar with this list, but may not know. Regardless, just going to clear up the board a little bit and send some face damage. And here we are with the card draw turn. It's Contact, it's Voodoo Doctor. What else we got? Another Contact. Oh, wow. This Plunderer is going to draw 2 cards. That's quite the ability. As is the Broom.
Another broom
And
to.
here is an Alex. I wonder if maybe after that Alex draw, did we want to just play that 1-mana Octobot before the Broom? Could have been a little bit of a missed opportunity there for Canoe to get more discounts now that you're holding the Alex Straza. But maybe you have to get it on the Scabs. I haven't played this list enough to know exactly how optimal it is.
It's definitely new to me, so I'm just kind of learning as we go. So it's pretty interesting.
Props to Canoe for playing such a interesting lineup here, though. Control Warrior is what we saw alongside 2 full-on combo OTK decks.
Look at that. 3 skulls, dude.
And
And
Nimkanak
an early.
misses a discount off the skull, but probably won't mind too much given that found wife. And hits, very importantly, this Inquisitor. It's just going to be all about the damage at this point. Respecting, of course, the field contact to deny more draw. Canoe is already down to only 9 cards remaining in deck.
Yep.
And things can get dangerous real quick.
That Inquisitor can come down next turn and cause some issues.
Here comes field contact again here. Out comes the Octobot. We're getting big discounts now. 2-mana Potion of Illusion, 8-mana Alex, 1-mana Tenwu, and drew the Scabs. Out comes Tenwu here. Gets Octobot for even more discounts now. We'll be able to bounce this Pen Flinger and then Flinger on the Octobot. Things are looking great for Canoe right now. And I don't think Nebkanuk's going to have enough damage to get there before the inevitability of this combo setup pays off
Oh my goodness.
on the rogue side.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we're just doing a lot of things.
Rogue doing rogue things as rogue things do. Yes.
And
so
this Octobot is once again free. Comes down right now along with the Rain Freeze that just hits the Octo again and discounts some more. Yep. And also gets to send damage face to get even closer.
Secret Passage just to get 10
Playing
10
a
cards.
passage.
Yep.
Kind of irrelevant passage there.
Just to
rid
make
of stuff.
space. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was just to make space. So
I mean, I don't think it mattered what you drew. I think it was fully irrelevant, that passage there, because you've already assembled everything you need.
yep.
So whether or not you burned a card off the top.
Oh, I just
But,
noticed.
well, yeah, no, I guess you needed to make room for the potion. You're right.
I just noticed
but,
that
yeah.
Tracker's
Nebkanuk
actually.
looks dead.
Yeah, very much so. There's not much you could do because there's no AOE clear right now.
The answer is
Got a frozen minion on board. Yeah, it's looking kind of rough.
If you don't clear the board will connect to your face and kill you. If you do clear the board, then you give your opponent the ability to copy all of the things that they need to kill you. So either way, you die. Well done by Canoe. Very, not the most optimal rogue list from what I understand, but yeah. Once again, emoting the well played, just recognizes this is the end. And 8 mana, how do we execute this? Flinger first, and then, okay, Dirty Tricks, sure. And then the Scabs. That gets us the Alex, and that was I think you played the wrong potion, not that it matters.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that's going to be
Wow.
more than enough.
That is an incredible deck. I gotta check that out myself.
Does a lot of crazy stuff. Just playing more scabs just for the hell of it. And out comes another Alex. Could have even played an additional Alex there. Or more stuff.
Wow.
But wow. Nice victory there. A solid 3-1 for Canoe, and a very important one for Do You Even Talk to get those extra points, making the match a little bit more respectable now. It is a 17-10 victory for Defias Brotherhood, but those 10 points could come in handy in that playoff race.
100%. Yep. Every little point counts in this in THL. So even though your team may not win the week, it's getting points for the team that could actually reach playoffs, and we've seen it. 1 or 2 points make all the difference. Just checking with Canoe to see if they have time for an interview.
Fantastic.
If I could spell interview. All right. So next up is going to be a custody battle between. All right. So they agreed. So we're just going to get Canoe in here. Here we go. Hey,
All
Canoe.
right. There he is. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.
That rogue was awesome. I liked it.
That was a fun deck to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, the draws went about as perfect as you could have hoped there. I was like, interesting, you don't just slam that Octobot early, and then I was like, oh, that's a Voodoo Doctor. Oh, I know what this list is. Oh my God, here we go.
Yeah, that was a big thing for me. Coming from Miracle Rogue, where you just tempo that thing out on 2, and what I found with this deck is, waiting until you have 7 to 9 cards in hand to get that huge discount, and then just get your engine off and get the game rolling. I was lucky enough to be able to pull the combo off with 8 mana. Got so many discounts off of those Octobots later on Alexstrasza and Cutter Butter.
Absolutely. Paid off very nicely for you. And also really impressive early victory, too. That was a very unfavorable match with Warrior into Druid. We did see that it looked like Nebcanuck's draws were kind of bricking a little bit towards the late part of that game, but still very, very well navigated to pull out such a big game 1 win and just gave you that momentum. You lost once to kind of an invincible Druid game, but the other 2 combo decks just really pulled through for you. So big win for your team.
Thank you.
Any comments on game 1 or any other points of the match in particular?
Oh, I think game 1 was I was sitting with pretty much every single removal spell in my hand, and
Yeah.
I'm doing the math, and I'm thinking like, okay, how many boards of clowns can he make? Like, is it enough to spend a blade storm on just 1 minion? Like, and I figured that might as well. I don't know. I still had Brawl. I still had Barov. Plenty of things in my deck to bail me out. So.
Yeah, I think one of the game-winning moments for you for sure was getting the Blade Storm on the stealth minion there
Oh yeah,
to deny
definitely.
the card draw. Because if Nebcanuck had been able to just draw a few more cards, who knows, just picking up a single guardian animals or another piece that could just assemble more, he could have really gone off. But
Yeah.
you
One
navigated
of
it
the things
well,
that
lined up
I
well.
was worried about was I do nothing to the board. I just kind of sit and I wait, and I see him innervate out the survival of the fittest. And like there's no pressure I can apply before then. So, it
Yep.
was free. And I was expecting a clown the next turn, and then the next turn, and the next turn. I kept waiting for the clown, and he just
Right.
never drew it. So
Yeah, towards the end, he did actually have one final clown in
Yeah.
hand, but was uncorrupted. So he could have played a board of 12/12s on like 5 health, which I
Mhm.
think he still loses there, but it would have been, I don't know, math to like
Math.
figure out
Yeah.
exactly how to win. So he could have maybe made you think, but he's like, no, on to the next.
Yeah.
And from there, just those combo decks did their thing, and that puts your team in a much better position. Even though you don't get the victory on the week, that is 10 points on the week for the loss. So keeps you guys in striking distance for that ever so crucial playoff spot. So well played.
We're hoping to be there.
We will keep an eye on all the matches. As we get ready for this upcoming match, though, did you have any final words, shout outs, or otherwise?
Shout out to my team. I also like to shout out Milo. Nice USL. I picked up this rogue deck today, and we jammed ladder decks for about 4 hours, and he was the one helping me learn it. So yeah,
That's
he
fantastic.
definitely deserves part of this win.
Well, that's perfect.
Was he the one convincing you to play Control Warrior, or did you decide to play Control Warrior on your own?
I had the Silas in mind. I figured I'd bring the full OTK lineup. I got talked down off Shaman before I submitted classes, unfortunately. But we were talking about the Warrior, and in that Warlock matchup, all I gotta do is slam Rattlegore, faceless it, and then drop the Terran Fiend, and then the matchup's over. So he was he was coaching me a little bit through that too. I know he's a big Warrior fan, so
But nice Jewish owl. This is the first I'm hearing of this.
oh yeah, no, I mean,
It's almost like doing and raw in Mexico for Hunter. They don't like
Uh-huh.
Hunter. They detest it. So
yeah.
All right,
Unfortunately, you didn't get to see the Beastmaster Leorix on air, but it was waiting. It was there.
Oh man, that would have been incredible. Unfortunate, but Nebkanuk didn't want to get beat by the I assume multiple king crushes to the
Oh
face.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, nobody likes to get crushed by King Crush, I guess. So
Gotta respect it.
yeah. Well, congrats on the win there, Canoe. That was awesome.
Yeah,
thanks.
thank you so much for appearing on stream.
Yeah, thank you. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
Yeah, you too.
Take care.
Take care, man. Wow. He's a new player this season, too. I meant to ask him before he left, but...
Yeah, I think just another member of the somewhat well-known Challenge Stoners crew that
there you
has
go.
kind of appeared in THL in recent seasons and been blazing through a lot of our series.
Mm-hmm.
We saw, Diamond's team in Legacy just go almost wire to wire and win it all, and that featured quite a few of them. And yeah, still hanging in there in contention, and gave us some excitement tonight. But with that, we're going to move on to the Red Conference.
Yeah.
Because it is
time for
the custody battle, right?
Yeah, we're calling it the custody
Is that
battle.
what we're calling it now?
Yep.
I like it.
So we have Sharkbait bringing Druid Paladin. Well, it's basically a mirror match. So both players are bringing Druid Paladin, Priest, and Warrior, with Paladins being the band of choice, which is natural in this particular matchup. So both players are pretty much ready to go. So Quaz is going to be on the bottom. And first to spectate for us, where Sharkbait's going to be on the top. So
fantastic.
I wish the priests were banned, but could be in for a long night.
Maybe we won't get a priest mirror though.
Maybe. Yeah.
Are we good to have the players start?
Yes, I'll just let Quaz know that they can rock and roll.
All right. So the full mirror should be an interesting one to watch. I've just got my fingers crossed that there is no priest versus priest, and everything else I'm cool with.
Just told Sharkbait to good to start, kick his ass. That's what.
Nice. And
Some-
here we go. I see eyeballs, so the players are jumping into the match.
All right, Quaz.
And Quaz starting off on the priest, Sharkbait on the druid. Oh, we're seeing a lot of clown druid today. Looks like Sharkbait is also going with the clowns.
This is my moment.
And I have the spectate bug. Yay. Okay. Oh, no, I don't. We're good now.
Interesting options from that Draconic Studies. Alex Draza probably the best of the bunch.
Yep.
Quaz going with the Alex. Sharkbait on the other side. Oh, look at that hand. It is so disgustingly strong. Hey,
A little bit
got
of.
the classic heel face emote priest. And Sharkbait gonna coin out this wild growth here. Has an overgrowth for the next turn with a bloom in hand and guardian animals in hand and survival of the fittest clown as well. Just every single card that Sharkbait is holding is extremely strong. And everything Druid wants to do. We should be seeing this overgrowth right now. And that spells disaster for the priest. Quaz can play his, but decides, nah. Just gonna hard pass the turn. Option available to bloom out a guardian animals, but Sharkbait also going to take it a little bit slower and just hero power.
Mm-hmm.
And does Quaz do anything? Oh, look at that. It's the hero power pass. You love to see it.
Are you shocked? I know reviewers are very shocked at that particular move, but, you know.
Well, that was a very good top deck from Sharkbait. Yep, she's just going to rip it right now.
Yep.
Do we get a Deathwing? Oh.
Got a
that
even
is-
better. A 14-14.
That is insane. I mean, Quaz could Soul Mirror this. Gets a 7/7 taunt out of the deal as well.
Twice?
I'm not sure I love this hovering hero power face. There is still 13 damage on the board. That's not nothing.
Ooh.
Okay. Quaz just gonna let this go. So I wonder if we just see a bloom survival here. You do overload yourself to only have 8 mana on, but you're still holding a guardian animals, which is perfectly fine. And here it comes. So it was 13 damage on the board. Now it's 21. And Quaz is sitting at a, not so lively looking 9 health. And Sharkbait says, you know what, I'll go ahead and throw another 10/10 on this board too.
Yeah.
Why not?
Here. Check this out. So Soul Mirror
now-
definitely coming down.
Out comes the Soul Mirror.
Yep.
Maybe we see a wave of apathy here too to stall out this 7/7. Quaz is thinking about it. Going to start with a renew. It's free. And Power Word Fortitude. That's pretty much free.
Wave of apathy to. Do you bring out the Draconic Studies at 0 as well?
You don't really need to because it costs 0. You can pretty much play it whenever you want to.
Okay. All right.
All right, Sharkbait. I mean, the Innervate top deck, yeah, maybe just want to jam a clown board. And says, yep, I just saw a soul mirror, so here's
Oh.
a gigantic, terrifying board.
So we got 55 on the other side, looking at 10.
Yeah. So Kawaz is in a whole lot of trouble. And if he finds a way out of this, well, there's another clown.
Hysteria, gotta be a call here. Maybe.
So Draconic
Ooh.
Studies, I'm not sure what you can find that saves you. Maybe the Skeletal, just because more taunt.
Yeah.
Alex can remove one of these. Not really relevant. I think it's over. Like, very over. Yeah, Primordial's not going to do anything. Neither is Scrapyard.
Hysteria's
Hysteria.
gonna take one out.
At best, takes out one thing. Yeah, alright. Gets her own guy. Not that it mattered, even if it cleared one of Sharkbait's minions. Wouldn't have done anything
No.
to help Quaz's cause here. And this is just very, very dead. Play the survival. Do it. Sharkbait, play the survival.
Come on, let's go.
Play the survival, come on. Make him bigger.
You don't need to count here. You just... Nope. It's all good.
Alright.
So,
That's fine too. So Sharkbait taking that early win. Clown Druid looking real strong tonight.
Clown Druid taking some points home.
And that is a 1-0 lead for Sharkbait, getting that Druid through. On to game 2. We'll see if Quaz decides to bring out this Priest again, especially now that it's kind of gotten past its worst matchup. And we'll see what Sharkbait's decision is going to be to go into either, maybe an anticipated Priest, or maybe they start mind gaming each other. Who knows? They certainly know each other better than
I was just gonna say it's
probably anyone else.
either mind gaming each other or he's just yelling at her right now across the room. You destroyed me, girl. Anyway, love to be a fly in the wall in that conversation when.
Oh, come on, Sharkbait. You knew he was going to queue up Priest again. Why are you doing this to us? It's a Priest mirror. Wait, hold up.
Whoa.
This is a corrupt Priest.
Hey.
Okay, Sharkbait. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I just saw that card now. That's what's the percentages there for that Priest versus your standard?
No clue.
Okay.
I would assume that it's not as strong as just the regular Priest that Quaz is bringing. And in the mirror, I would figure that Quaz's Priest has an edge, but beats me.
So according to VS control, yeah, it's got a losing win rate. Corrupt Priest. It's like 37%. I think. Hold on. Please hold the line.
Oh no, well, you know what?
53%. Sorry.
I pulled up the VS stats too, and apparently, at least from their data, Corrupt Priest does have a slight edge over the Control Priest. So fancy.
Look at that.
Is this a target Priest lineup from Sharkbait?
Well, if yellow,
interesting. She got
yellow
a
darts,
Control Warrior too.
Yep, yellow darts. Any great captain that he is, he probably gave them a couple of tips and tricks and say, here, play this, do that.
But yeah, so far we've got typical Priest things: early passing and hero powering, and Control Priest finds the Scorpid on 3, plays the Scorpid on 3, gets pretty good discover out of the deal.
Palm reading.
Out comes a palm reading, finds a renew, very solid options. This is yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually playing a corrupt priest list before. But Coin Dark Inquisitor is probably about one of the most powerful plays you can make as this priest list. And oh, that's why. That's right. they run clowns. We're just gonna clown on him. All
That's what it's all
sequence.
about.
It's just clowns. Oh, why would it be anything else?
If you're a lover of the
So
corrupted clowns, then yes, that would definitely.
3 clowns could have come down right now
Ooh.
as 4/4s, but that oh wow, and that is an
Yeah.
extremely good draw from the spirits right there. Wow, Keymaster Alabaster. It gets a 1-mana Ogremancer. That seems alright.
Hysteria.
Quaz does have a Hysteria to clear this board up and get the threat off the board. And nothing else to do, just gonna pass.
Yeah.
Sharkbait just needs to find one thing to corrupt these clowns to make them very threatening. I assume we are running Yashraj in the deck. So would very much want to have the clowns corrupted in order to get more threats in the late game from Yashraj.
Yeah.
These dragon options, pretty underwhelming.
Yep. Malagos would be okay if your hand was a little bit smaller, but
Just gonna go with the hothead here.
Ray's dead. See if you get that.
It's technically the most
Ooh,
stats.
that is nice. Get the Inquisitor back.
Ray's dead, yeah, of course, getting Dark Inquisitor once again. Honestly, a lot of bad outcomes from that Ray's dead. Wouldn't have even been too upset about the Keymaster, probably. But that one might have been the worst to get of the bunch. Dark Inquisitor, definitely the best. All right. Qual's just jamming an Ogremancer and passing. And, I mean, we just play the Inquisitor again, right?
Yep. And then hit the 3/7.
Those clowns cost 3? Oh my god. And of course, you know, the Fairground Fool can come down as a 1-mana minion. I wonder, do we play the other Raise Dead just to try to get even more Dark Inquisitor? Okay. Okay, we're gonna hold off.
Yeah, Dark Inquisitor doing work tonight. Here's Soul Mirror.
All right, so many high health minions though. Soulmere doesn't even clear up a whole lot. On the other hand, it does give Quaz a board
Yeah.
due to that high health. Gonna heal up the ogre, finds a palm reading, generates a flash heal, playing this renew as well, gets to generate another card and discover another card. Finds Gift of Luminance and generates idle. Pretty good pull, all things considered, from that turn for Quaz.
You consider a Hysteria at this point.
Hysteria would corrupt your clowns. So would Zarella, though. So Sharkbait just going with a Zarella to damage the board, corrupt those clowns in hand, and take some trades, looks like.
And then
Out comes an Insight now. What do we pull?
another Scorpid.
All right.
And
Kind of underwhelming options.
Probably-
Maybe Power Word Feast to push damage, maybe Wave to try to deal with a board of Quazos that ever get strong.
and maybe play. Oh, I guess not. I was going to say Raise Dead would be good right now, unless they're waiting for the clowns to pop off. Then
And Quaz has lots of hand discounts and Discover with this palm reading. Takes a Wave of Apathy. Maybe we wanted a Raise Dead there, because this is going to be a value battle. Other palm reading was pretty much a snap pick of Shadowward Ruin. I'm not even sure what else we saw in there. But Shadowward Ruin would be great if the clowns were buffed above their base stats, but their base stats very nicely avoid the ruin. Going aggressive. Here we go. We got a Shadow Form Priest. By the way, I feel lied to that I thought there was going to be Shadow Form support, and there was just none.
oh, when they first came out with the cards, yes.
Yeah.
I was expecting that myself, but it was maybe this this mini set that's coming up on Thursday will be the telling
Oh,
tale.
here we go. It's
Ooh,
Gahoon the Blood God, and what do we see?
Soul Mirror
It's
and
a 7 health cost Soul Mirror, and actually Alex is really good. It's not this turn, right? It's whenever. Yeah, so whenever Sharkbait wants to, she has an 8 damage minion that costs 0 mana
so
and will only damage her by 8. Out comes the Ruin, clearing up some of this board. But Quaz is going to be in dangerous range very, very soon with the way this is shaping up. Oh, don't do it now. No, no stealth holding it from Sharkbait. Just gonna rip that Alex right now for the pressure.
not now, but right now. So
All right, those options also a bit underwhelming from the Renew. Decides with a Holy Smite. Apotheosis being generated here is almost certainly the pick you want to make, and a little bit punished by attacking with Zarella first and floating the 4 mana if she wanted to just push more damage on this turn. Quaz now, time to heal. Was offered more heal if he wanted, but passing up on that for Power and Fortitude. Is of course holding Flash Heal and Apotheosis, so has quite a bit of heal remaining.
he's in a kind of a funny spot, though.
It's not that bad. You have a 2 mana, I mean, just regular cost, but still, Shadow or Death clears the most dangerous part on the board. The Flash Heal, of course, can give you quite a bit to fight back. This Scorpid is causing a little bit of problems for any kind of development. So Quaz going with a Raise Dead, plays a Scorpid, finds a Renew, heals some more, discovers some more, maybe a Draconic. Interesting, going with Initiation here. And, I don't know, you can always Gift of Luminance your Scorpid.
True.
Pesky.
Stakes are how we grow.
Alright. Goes with the fire off a hero power into the Scorpid and emotes the oops. But decided against them. Here comes Apotheosis. We're looking at 7 damage face. Fairground Fool and a little bit of healing. And Sharkbait is just holding back so much on this Carnival Clown. Just extremely patient on flooding the board with 4/4s. Quaz going for this idol, hoping it does something good. That doesn't look very good.
A Lucia, 10/10 Lucia.
And there is,
Nothing.
quite a bit of damage on this board. All right, okay. Well, Priest generally can't really burst you down, so as long as the board doesn't have, 9 power, you're pretty much safe at 9 health, and that Wave of Apathy coming in handy for Quaz has a very juiced up Mindrender Elucia that can heal quite a bit.
A little bit underwhelming with that skull, but
Or,
oh my goodness.
hear me out. We play Raise Dead, we find the Alex and just win. Easy. Nicely done.
Way to go, Sharkbait.
Went immediately for the win con, and yeah, that was a massively clutch Raise Dead, and Sharkbait just steals the victory there with a 12/13 Divine Shield Apotheosis minion on the board on the other side. Quaz was about to heal up for 1,000,000, but did not get the chance. Alex said no way, and it is a 2-0 in this custody battle. Coming out with the final class now. Quaz Gonna be back on the priest, of course. And the warrior, is it control? It's got to be control, right? Oh, it's rush. Okay, so Sharkbait did not, in fact, go full target priest and does have to play into what is Rush Warrior's likely worst matchup. And Quaz is going to be looking to get that first victory on the board and get this priest through in this match.
Yeah.
We'll see how it unfolds.
Oh, 2 Sethics. That's pretty good. Brightwing. Oh, goes big. Okay.
Going with the beefy minion. All right, Gan Argon 1 is a great start for Warrior.
Stop my work.
Get those weapon charges early. Sethic coming down right before the weapon can wake up to kill it. So Quaz opportunity to generate some
studies?
spells off of Sethic, but
Yeah.
nothing in hand for payoffs. Studies.
Take that
Tent
fishy.
Trasher probably the best option out of these, but
Yeah.
Fishy is also okay and represents value. And out comes Sethic number 2. Go ahead, kill the Sethics. They'll just come back from Raised Dead. And here, Sharkbait, of course, has a clear lined up because of that Fishy Flyer pick.
Mm-hmm.
Although Tent Trasher also would have cost 3 with the Demon on the board.
That's true.
This
That's
one,
true.
This one does, represent an additional 4/3 that you can use for more rush and pressure. And Sharkbait in a pretty okay spot right now.
Yep.
Quaz just getting more Sethics right back. Heal
Nope.
and pass. And Sharkbait could just kind of play the straightforward, send
it all
9
face.
damage face, and get a weapon back up with a 2/5 taunt.
The old Sword Eater.
Looks like the plan. And Warriors applying a pretty significant amount of pressure early.
Mm-hmm.
Quaz's draws have been pretty awkward so far.
That Hysteria is gonna have to pop out right now. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, just a very clunky hand, so Hysteria to clear up this board and stop some of the onslaught here. And now back on Sharkbait to reload.
You almost want to put that Warmaul Challenger out.
We'll start with the studies.
Bumper or
Car and
crab?
Crab Rider are both main decked. Bumper Car maybe is the better option here. Just to try to generate additional things that you can eventually buff. Oh, and gonna pair it with the Playmaker, or are we playing Stage Dive? I think I prefer Bumper Car here, unless you're using coin. Otherwise, you're just kind of hanging your Playmaker out to dry without getting any value off of it right
There
now.
we go.
So is going to play that coin as well, just to get the extras from Bumper Car.
Devouring Plague.
5-card hand to a 9-card hand if both of these minions on the board
Ooh.
die.
Hysteria. Again.
Quaz just ripping that Scorpid immediately. Hysteria not playable
Ooh.
on this turn, so just wanted to pick something that could be played right away. And Playmaker,
Wow.
a little bit risky to leave on the board with so many removal things that Priest runs that could deal with it, but Quaz didn't have anything, or Playmaker gets to hang around. Conditioning being played prior to Bumper Car trades, though. Decides doesn't need these 1/1 riders to get buffed up, and just gonna send all the attack that can go face. And there he is. It's the Reno that the priest runs right on time. Turn 7, Quaz is in a very dangerous spot. But hey, what's this? Clear the entire board and heal up to full? Okay.
I'll do that.
Stick a 3/3 minion as well. Not exactly full, but might as well be. And all of Sharkbait's efforts to this point are for naught, as she now needs to reload with more threats. Does have the riders in hand, but just as 1/1s, they aren't really doing a whole lot. Plays out this playmaker and gets to copy a couple. If Okay, Quaz immediately ripping this. I was
Wow.
thinking maybe we could go Devouring Plague Zarella, because it would only need to hit Playmaker once in order to get a clear of that, but opts for a very fast alternate line. Generating cards quick, and all right, there we go.
Troublemaker.
Not a bad turn, all things considered.
Nope.
As a big Crab Rider coming down.
Sacrifice
Also has
to
Thrasher
the.
in hand. Could have played it for cheaper to weave in a hero power too, or play other minions. Might just want to leave this board as is. Trying to play around priest removals. And may very well pay off for Sharkbait, as Quaz could be using this as the heal turn paired with Zarella to clear out the board. Took that Shadowward Ruin.
What knowledge do the stars provide?
And there it is, the Zarella clear. And Sharkbait does not lose any additional resources. Not a whole lot that you can do, though, to continually apply pressure other than that one Troublemaker in hand.
Interesting.
Didn't want to play it on that empty board with Zarella for fear that, it could just whiff with its summons. Quaz now finally the turn 1 selection of Protodrake.
Yeah, it's finally played.
Gets to come down on like turn 10 or 11 or whatever this one is. Seems pretty nice for Sharkbait though. You get to trade an 8/1 into an 8/8. See what the summon is.
Oh.
It is very good. Devastatingly good.
Wow, I've never seen that card played ever.
Based on the summon, it very, very possibly could have been a Troublemaker play from Sharkbait, but now this Fellord just very problematic. And prompts the Samuro play, gonna corrupt the stage dive, see what we find off stage dive here. Samuro hit will do 6 damage to this minion. And yep, has just enough now because of the bumper car pull to go ahead and clear things up with a rider.
Oh, Mind Render Lucia.
Plays out another one too for the single 1/1 as board presence rather than holding for a conditioning, which could be a bit of a riskier move. We've got Sethic coming down, and Quaz gonna try to go off with the Sethic turn. That's a pretty good generation. And gonna hope that he has another playable card off of this. It is playable. And
If he smashes
you're
himself.
already holding a Ruin, so either
Yeah.
Smite or Apotheosis are probably your best options. Maybe specifically taking Smite, planning for a Troublemaker coming down.
Yep.
To pair with, Ruin and a Smite in the hopes that Veilweaver lives. Runthack pickup means Veilweaver will not live. But I don't see Sharkbait winning this one when it gets to the long game.
No.
Quaz going with that Holy Smite to lead. Just going to hold off on everything else. Yep. And now we finally find that conditioning for Sharkbait, but having used most of the Dark Moon Riders and the rest of the hand already, this conditioning doesn't really have a whole lot of a payoff here. And actually would even put these riders up to 5 power, which would be enough to just straight up die to the Ruin in Quaz's hand.
Hmm.
This has got to be the point where you play Troublemaker, though, I would expect.
Yeah, I think you have to at this spot.
And Troublemaker should probably prompt Quaz to go palm reading Shadowward Ruin.
Ooh, went big.
You gonna cry?
So that is a very big. It represents ultimately 6 damage to Quaz's face. As here comes either Ruin Heal Pass or palm reading Ruin. I expect we'd see a palm reading.
He's dead.
Okay, yeah, you might as well. Maybe you can find a Samuro again for another Reno style clear. But Veilweaver Apotheosis still lets you play the Ruin, which of course has to be played and could maybe generate a death or something else useful. Unfortunately for Quaz, the Veilweaver will die to just the board of 3/3s if they traded. Of course, will also just die to the Riders in Sharkbait's hand. Decisions on how to navigate this with these last 2 cards and the weapon. Gonna take a little bit of damage and trade the Ruffian as well.
Yeah, I think it.
And now out come... No. Thought for a second the Riders were coming down, but...
Yeah, I was
she's
just gonna
holding back.
say. Oh, there's the Alex.
And that was a real fast turn there from Quaz. Easy slam Proto Drake and play Draconic Studies, and hey, look, Alex. And this looks doomed for Sharkbait.
These old bones just keep moving.
Here for a good time?
Oh.
Hey, it's a tonk. Fancy.
Yeah,
You love to see it.
I don't know if I would have just went straight face there and threw everything on the board as it is.
I don't know if Sharkbait's decisions matter at this stage anymore.
Yeah. Just go for it all in.
Trade it, don't trade it, doesn't matter. I mean, you probably should have traded it, but on the other hand, you know, it's just not really going to be a game that is very winnable at this point.
Yep.
This is a surprising line from Quaz, though. I don't know what the plan here was. I thought we cleared the least threatening minion. And, well, okay.
I'd just go face. Just heck with it. Yeah. Yep.
These old bones just keep moving.
It's pretty
All
much
right,
like
now we can play Alusha. Easy. Yeah, this is just so over. And we're just waiting for the... maybe Quaz is just holding this Alex to answer Sharkbait's Alex. Or other Troublemaker when it gets drawn. Is those the only 2 cards that represent any kind of real threat anymore at this point? And Ysera is very nice to see. If you're Quaz, you're absolutely playing this card. But as mentioned, the game is over. We're just in the death rattle stage for Sharkbait. Oh wow. Quaz went from not having much in the way of resources to having everything. That was quick. And outside of a concede, this will likely just drag out for only a couple additional turns before we move on to game 4.
Yep.
And I can finally stop watching Priest play.
Yes, those who don't know Ron very well, he dislikes Priest to play Priest, I should say, but he has respect for players that do play Priest.
Well said.
I.e. my good buddy, Wicked Good. So,
Yeah, Wicked Good is a good guy. I have no hate for Priest players, just the class.
I'm with you on that boat, Ron. So, lethal
Here
it
we go.
is.
Quaz finding the lethal, and we are on to game number 4.
4.
And we'll see if Sharkbait's Rush Warrior can get a win, or if this might be the beginning of the unraveling for Sharkbait here. I think one crucial issue between this deck and the other two that won no clowns. There's your problem right
Yeah.
there.
You don't have clowns, then, you know. Now, Rattlegore might have proved interesting if they had that. I've seen the little tech choices of putting Rattlegore in there, maybe minusing a playmaker.
Yeah, there is the occasional Rattlegore in Rush Warrior, especially in closed list, but was not the case this time, as far as we know, unless it was very bare. And oh look, Quaz is also playing Clown Druid. Rush Warrior is going to struggle here as well. And this hand is awful for Sharkbait to start out with the 9 mana and 8 mana card. Not what you want to see early, but she does have the option to just mulligan them away, which she does. Also
Well.
tossing a Parade Leader, surprisingly.
We have ETC.
Quaz here
Mhm.
with a lot of ramp cards. Oh, hey. Parade Leader just wants to come right back. Hey, don't throw me away.
You can't start games without me, man.
No, come on, keep me. I'm good, I swear.
Another interesting choice. Bumper car is probably the right one. Although,
Rabbit is hilarious.
yeah, Rabbit's awesome, especially a golden rabbit at that.
Oh my
Oh,
God, she
nice!
took
I
the
love you,
rabbit.
love you, Sharkbait. Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yep.
She knows Quaz is going to be playing Clown Druid. I don't think it's probably just still not good enough because it's too expensive. And Druid ramps and beats you faster than your Dark Moon Rabbit can help. And it only kills 3 and there's going to be a full board of them. But it is funny. And I like it.
We're here for you.
All right. And now maybe just a Parade Leader gets played. Whoa.
Yeah, hold on.
Whoa, easy on that ETC.
Nope, just a smack in the old shield.
Okay, so very much prioritizing Parade Leader's ability to buff something as a reactive tool. But if Warrior isn't pressuring early, then things could get really rough.
Yep.
But here, okay, was just waiting on this combo and felt like coin was necessary to keep. So we have a 2/3 and a 3/3 on the board. This is interesting. Druid of the Plains.
Yeah.
I have not seen this in this list.
It's a flavor of choice.
But doing some work here. Clears up the Parade Leader. No more buffs allowed from that. And
turns into a 6/7 afterwards. So
not bad. Runthak can't even smack into this and live.
nope.
Bit of a dilemma for Sharkbait here.
Interesting. Okay.
Here for a good time. Here for a good time.
Alright, so chipping in some damage with the ETC right now, but Sharkbait very far behind in this game already, it looks like. Qua's just going to go with this, guess the weight, finds a Guardian Animals, which can be huge for next turn,
Yep.
and a Protector. Oh, wow. Options abound for Quaz on this next turn.
Yeah, I think the choice is going to be guardian animals. Save.
Oh, well, there's a good top deck for Sharkbait. Finds
Yep.
the...
Oh, now the Dark Moon Rabbit
Steady
coming
and-
out? No. Okay.
I guess it's just fishy. Clears up the minion, saving that run back still. Being a little bit optimistic with the run back, hoping that it could actually hit something that it would not die to, but this is a Clown Druid you're up against, and there really aren't going to be any targets that the run back can hit
Cool.
and not get killed by.
Decided to keep the strongman active, or in their hand.
I don't know what you can realistically do as Sharkbait at this point.
You're looking at 16 damage.
Even a Playmaker coin flyer, I mean, I suppose it's the best, and you can just clear up a 6/6. But that is just so far behind. It's not like there were realistically plays that were all that much better.
Yep.
It's just, this is why the matchup is so abysmal. Here's a Guardian Animals. That's more stuff. There's a strong man, and Quaz saying, you're not going to be able to kill my Twilight Runner. I don't have to trade it into this for draw. Sends 10 upstairs, and
Bada bing,
Sharkbait's going to
bada
die
zoom.
next turn.
Yes. Mathematically, 25 on the board with...
Another 16 incoming.
Yeah. And we didn't get to see the rabbit played.
And that is it. Just a Playmaker and the button. And not even going to be able to survive the stats alone without the survival. Quaz, of course, will
see?
iterate the survival anyway. And that's a lot of damage.
All right. Now we're down to...
All right, so here we go, Saku. It's the best words.
Words all of... What? What game we play?
It's the best.
Oh.
Game 5.
Game 5. So let's rewind that. So this is the best words in all of THL is Game 5.
Oh, there you go. Maybe we should start saying that. All of THL rather than all of Hearthstone. I like it.
Yeah, a little bit of flavor. So if you like it, just hit like button. Like it even more. All right. Game 5. Warrior versus Warrior. Thankfully,
Here
it's
we
not
go.
Priest versus Priest.
It's a Rush Warrior mirror. So who will be able to come out on top? We had a full year of classes, but in this mirror of classes, there were a little bit of differences. The Corrupt Priest compared to the Control Priest.
Yep.
The Druids were just about the same with a little bit of text different from Quaz. And let's see if there's any different text between the two in their warrior lists. A very strong looking opening hand for Quaz.
And he threw all of it away. Okay.
Well, I mean, the Ganarg is the most important one, but a bit surprised to see some of those others get tossed. And on the other side, you know, Sharkbait also has Ganarg on one. So, hey, look, they're both very skilled.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot stop my work.
And just for anybody that's new to the THL, Sharkbait and Quaz are pretty much husband and wife. Not married officially yet. And they have a baby together. So there, you're all caught up.
What's the decision here? Studies, stage dive, none of it's great. You definitely don't want to play conditioning if you're shark bait. So just going with a straight up hero power. Hoping maybe to top deck a 2 or 3 mana rush that would be able to corrupt stage dive on the spot rather than being discounted beforehand. Not sure I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And still with an awkward turn now. Studies could find something that can corrupt the stage dive. Does not.
Did you take
And
Broom?
more disappointing options. I guess you could just take a Broom. It's fine. Raider is also reasonable. It's
Mhm.
okay anyway. And considered a conditioning here, but these 3 minions, not really very impressive to get buffed. And just from the looks of the 2 hands here, Quaz is certainly positioned than Sharkbait at the moment. And this War Maul corrupts the stage dive, something that Sharkbait has been just totally unable to do until this point.
Yep.
We'll finally be able to do that, though. Can swing the weapon into the Scanarg and play a Sword Eater. And looks like that is, in fact, the play. Stage dive coming out immediately. What do we find? Oh, that's a
Ooh.
good one. And now the rest of Quaz's turn, unfortunately, is pretty awkward looking.
Yep.
Maybe you just want to play out that Playmaker. Goes with the Rikara, though. It does work out decently well. I was thinking you might want to have Playmaker just because you have 2 of them. So the following turn, you could possibly play Playmaker Coin Rikara and get 2 Rikaras.
That's true too,
But
yeah.
definitely a little bit on the greedy side. Here we've got Sharkbait with a buff and a mass buff, and that is a big Crab Rider coming down to clear up this board. And now on Quaz's side, well, you could probably just take it a little bit slower, play this run back, buff your whole hand, clear the minion. Still looking very underwhelming for Sharkbait. Playmaker and the bumper car is probably the best you can do. Get to stack up your hand a little bit and hope for the other conditioning or a run back to turn these 1/1s into threats.
Here for a good time. Here for a good time.
Gets the clear, so holding board at the moment, but
Yep.
Quaz with just a significantly buffed handful of things. Unfortunately, though, for Quaz, in this Rush Warrior deck that he is playing, he is holding
No.
6 minions, none of which have Rush. This will draw at least 1 Rush in Bumper Car.
You can, yep, coin if you want to.
Already
But
holding both Pirates run in the deck, so Watley, a little bit of a miss. We don't know whether or not Quaz runs a Tent Trasher. Might have won a 50-50 on the Alex pull. Might have just had 100% pull Alex. And Sharkbait gets to seize the initiative a little bit here. I'm not sure, though, that I loved that that War Maul play. The top deck of Runthack could have been huge to copy from Playmaker.
right.
To just buff everything else in hand, but Sharkbait just very quickly ripping that War Maul and sending some damage. Is Quaz just going with Troublemaker, though? This could whiff terribly. We'll see where it goes. If it doesn't double hit Playmaker, Quaz is in trouble.
Oh. Wow.
only a single hit, and Quaz is very much in trouble. There is a run back in hand now that can still get a massive payoff for Sharkbait with this playmaker on the board, and that could be everything Sharkbait needs with a 9-mana Alex in hand to send damage over the top for a win next turn.
Just
We'll see if she goes run back and attack. Yep, here we go. Runthak gonna get 2 attacks in that can buff these riders that can also get copied by Playmaker.
Just gotta take
Can
it slow.
send 10 damage face, doesn't have to send anything on board into minions.
Oh,
I think she selected the wrong option to hit, but it probably won't matter.
Here for a good
Could have kept the other Runthak alive
time.
and just used these 3/1s, okay? Could have kept a 3/3 alive, but still fine. Won't make too much of a difference as she's done the important part and set things up, and I think this is gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. Sharkbait.
Looks like Sharkbait is gonna get that big, custody battle victory here
That's right.
and prove who is the ruler of the household.
Even ready for this.
There is nothing that Quaz can do to stop this, even if he could, in fact, clear the entire board
Here for a
and
good
gain
time.
armor from pressing the button. He still would not be able to get out of range of this Alex in hand that will end the game. Does just enough to... Oh,
Here for a good time.
okay. That works too.
Here for a
I was gonna say, it's just enough to press the button and not die, or yeah, could also just copy all these riders and clear up one more minion. But either way, Alex
Alex
wraps
is
it
coming
up.
for a visit. Yep.
Is she gonna slow roll him?
Yeah.
Rope it.
And the cycle of life is reborn anew.
Marvelous. So there you go. Sharkbait. Winner of tonight's final match of the game. So wow, that was
Big victory.
that was huge.
And yeah, Quaz was having a really strong season, 4-1 before this match. But Sharkbait, coming out of THL retirement and putting him in his place, knocking him down to 4-2 on the season. And she notches a 1-0 for the season. I don't know if she's going to come back for a future match, but definitely a very strong appearance for Dad
Yeah.
Legend here.
Yeah, a great pickup for Yellow Dart and his team. So I know she was always pretty strong as it was. So
And this is one, standard THL degenerates needed every point they could get, but Sharkbait coming in strong for Dad Legend and gets that crucial 4 points to make this match now 10-8 in favor of Dad Legend with 2 matches left to be played. Still can go either way, but definitely a big victory for Dad Legend there.
So yeah, it's 10-8 right now. I was just looking at the website right now, and you got Your Mom Kid and Automated Button that have their match left to go. So gonna be some crazy talk there on Hearthstone or Hearth Center for you guys this week. So Sharkbait hasn't answered me yet. So
Actually, come to think of it, this is as good a time as any to mention. Planning on taking a quick little break from Hearth Center.
Okay.
So next week we will be off. I think they're also doing a break on Around the Saloon on Monday. So it's just, enjoy an extended holiday weekend as we're all kind of in the THL waiting room for the mini set. And we're just going to resume post mini set with our match recap shows
nice. Okay.
and otherwise.
There's Sharkbait.
Hey, welcome Sharkbait. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much.
So how does it feel to establish dominance in the household there? Put Quaz in his place.
It was definitely unexpected, but he's not going to hear the end of
Love to
We
hear
love
it.
to hear it.
Yep. See.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
Talk to us about that priest list. That was very spicy. Was that something that you and your team were kind of game planning in advance as something that had an edge in a priest mirror? Because the corrupt priest, I totally didn't expect, but it worked out very nicely.
Yeah, actually. I mean, obviously, I just sort of had today to prep, but we talked about corrupt priests, so I basically grabbed the first one I could get, knowing that it would give me the edge, and it definitely paid off.
Nice.
Yeah.
There was a lot of clowns too that we kept seeing on both sides. For a second there, I was kind of hoping that you went with a full clown lineup and we were going to see clowns in the Warrior too, but sadly it was not to be. But the Warrior did still get there.
It did. I was kind of worried about it,
Came down to
but
that
yeah.
mirror, yeah, and honestly, your hand it looked pretty clunky for a little while, but Kawaz had like a couple of crucial turns. I think he was holding like this fully buffed hand of I think about 6 minions, but literally none of them had rush. And you kind
Oh
of
my
just
god.
used that to your advantage to keep applying the pressure, and it paid off very nicely with the clutch Alex lethal at the end. Very
Yes, yes,
stylish.
for sure.
Is you
Did you
guys?
have any? Oh, go ahead,
I
Soccer.
was just gonna say, is you guys set up pretty close by, so you can hear him scream once he gets lethaled?
We actually sat in different rooms for this.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, because we both know that we would be screaming or we're talking, and we'd interrupt each other and throw each other.
There you go.
Nice.
No, we would never use that.
Come out of here.
Hey, this is winners only interview. Who let that guy in?
If I had a door, I'd close it.
That's amazing. But were there any like highlights from the match in general that you wanted to touch on specifically, or otherwise any shout outs you wanted to give?
Wow, I can't even think of any real highlights. It's still sinking in for me. I was honestly kind of going into this expecting to lose. Because I know obviously we live in the same household. I know how good of a player he is, but I definitely do want to give a shout out to the Dad Legend team for helping me do a quick prep and get everything sorted in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Always a perennial contender in THL, and one of the teams you may know if you're out there listening, any in the THL audience, that one of the teams that has merch available on the website. That's right. This all of a sudden became a Dad Legend plug. Go out there and buy yourself some Dad Legend gear to celebrate Sharkbait's victory.
Nice plug.
But honestly, big congratulations. Thank you
Huge.
so much for appearing on stream. Really enjoyed the two of you getting to give us a nice little show match. And bonus, it went 5 games, which we love to see. So congrats again and best
Yes.
of luck to your team going forward.
Yeah. I
Thank
just
you so much. I appreciate it.
no problem. I DM'd Quaz just to say we're calling this the custody battle on stream there. So
Yeah.
and you won. So there you go.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks so much again, and enjoy your evening.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much for having me.
No problem. All right.
So
Well.
that wraps up our action we have for tonight. We've got to see some pretty exciting legacy action here. And who knows, these could be pretty significant come playoff time, which we're getting very close to. So always fun to see these teams just, pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. Just also wanted to touch base if there's any other shows. I think Tavern Talk was actually still going ahead this week, I believe. But I guess
As far as I know, yeah, there still will be a Tavern Talk on Wednesday.
Okay.
But the typical Monday, Tuesday THL content will be having a little bit of a break this week. So nothing to see Monday and Tuesday, and check us out again on Wednesday as we resume the week and do preview show stuff.
That's right. And if anybody for next week that didn't know, obviously the mini set drops on Thursday. So also, if you wanted your matches streamed, then you can come on Ask Myself, Lotus Knight, Fish, or Donde, and you can get yourself on various shows such as Thursday Throwdown, Friday Night Fights, Saturday Schoolstone, Salty Saturday, Sunday Schoolstone, and then, as you're watching right now, Sunday Showdown. So, all right. Well, thanks again for joining us, everybody. Thanks, Ron, for filling in for Dollar Bills and Myanodon, who are handling the DreamHack finals. So, hope that turned out very well for those guys. And we will see you next Wednesday for Tavern Talk. Take care, everyone.
Have a great night, everybody.